there are a few things that I don't understand. Sami tries to give the impression that the speaker is being undermined and that the speaker should be accorded the respect that he deserves. Where has the speaker been undermined in this matter? Where has he been undermined? The speaker gave a ruling. People disagreed with the ruling. They didn't attack the speaker. They said, we disagree with your ruling, the basis of your ruling. And they went to the courts, which is the proper forum to give proper interpretation to the particular constitutional provision that the speaker was relying on. How is that showing disrespect? They didn't tell the speaker, we will disobey your ruling. They said, we disagree with you. We think that your ruling is wrong. And what did they do? They went to the courts. I thought they rather should be praised for following the law. What we have now in this country is the rule of law. And if anybody is following the rule of law, how is that being interpreted as showing disrespect to another person? I don't understand it. There have been cases in court against presidential actions, isn't it? There have been cases in court against presidential actions. Is that showing disrespect to the president? I don't understand it. In fact, the speaker has been accorded the respect. He gave his ruling. Nobody contested him. The people went to court, which is what the speaker himself would have done if he was in that situation. How is that flexing of muscles? I don't understand. If anybody disagreed with Parliament or the executive and went to court, how is that flexing muscles? Why, you don't believe in the rule of law? You believe in the rule of the speaker? Even the president of Ghana is subject to the constitution. The president of Ghana is subject to the constitution. All of us are subject to the constitution. It's the constitution which is supreme, not the president, not the speaker. So if the president takes an action and people disagree, what the rule of law provides is that when you disagree, go to court and seek a proper interpretation. That can never be described as flexing of muscles or disrespect to anybody. In fact, it is rather deepening our democracy and furthering the rule of law. And the society will move when all of us abide by the law. The speaker should abide by the law, which is the ruling from the Supreme Court. That is the way forward. This business of what are we being told? That we should now go and look for what? Cool heads. And we should now go and look for maturity. And there should be political. What is all of that? That has been resolved. And so that is the law. And when the law is there, you just have to abide by it. Look, all of us, we have levels of authority. You have levels of authority. Right? You sitting here, you have levels. You are at a certain level of authority, isn't it? And so you expect that if your mandate is properly exercised, and you exercise that mandate, you expect that it should be followed. If somebody disagrees with you and there's a recourse to the board or to whoever, they can do that. But that is the rule of law. The law provides for redress. The speaker is at a level of authority. If he also gives a ruling and people said, we won't obey and go on their own frolic, how would we have an orderly society? So the speaker should obey the law, which is what the Supreme Court has laid down. Are we not going to beg him to obey the law? What have we been told?
Which law?
The law in this case is that those 4 seats have not been vacated.
Yeah, but
Simple.
The Speaker hasn't taken any action to suggest that he intends not to obey the law.
Then what is the confusion Okujeto is talking about?
Okujeto is talking about Parliament going back. I mean, recalling Parliament. That's what he's talking about.
And why is Parliament not meeting over this case? Why is Parliament not meeting? It's over this case.
How is it over this case?
Why is Parliament not meeting?
Because they didn't form a quorum for a meeting. That's what the Speaker announced. Yes.
Really?
Yes. At the last
What
sitting.
quorum?
A quorum for decision making. That was what the Speaker announced in adjourning Sinidine.
Do you know a quorum for a meeting? Just 1/3 of the Parliament.
No. No, I mean decision making. That's what.
But you hadn't come to a decision. Ask Okujeto. He will tell you. Sometimes they start Parliament with 20 people. 20 people.
Yeah, if nobody raises it, fine.
And then when you go on, other people come. You don't look for a quorum at the beginning.
No, but
and in the case, if there's no quorum at a sitting,
yes.
do you adjourn the House Sinidine? You adjourn to the next day. I've started in Parliament forever. This is a common day. Could you tell you, if there's no quorum, to take a particular decision on a particular day, sometimes you even adjourn for a few hours. That's what you do.
No, but this was the last one was an emergency sitting for a particular day. So how does he adjourn to the next day?
The people came. Look, on your calendar, when is this meeting supposed to end, Sammy?
Today.
On your calendar.
Today.
No, on this calendar.
Today.
It's supposed to end today. So it was just for a week or 2?
No. I mean, they were supposed to end a break today for elections.
Oh, you're supposed to break today?
Yes, and then
so
come
that
back
means the meeting was supposed to be just for 2 weeks or so. Because
About
this
3
whole
weeks.
matter has been
About
like
3
2
weeks.
About 3 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. So now the 3 weeks is all, nothing has been done. Now, you said that when the Speaker came, there was no quorum. There was a quorum. There was a quorum to start business. And
He said there was no business. In fact, that's what he said. I don't remember. He said that there was no, what do you call it? Is it on that paper?
But
there was no business.
But you would agree that all of this stalemate is related to the matter of the 4 seats.
Yes.
Now, the matter of the 4 seats has been resolved. That's all. So the way forward is that all the parties concerned would now have to obey and move forward.
In what way? How?
How?
Yes.
What do you mean how?
No, I mean, tell me how. So practically today, what should be done? What should happen?
Well, if all of us obey, we will find a way out.
Now, how do we? I just want you to demonstrate to me. How do we do it?
I'm saying to you that the impasse, the impasse that caused Parliament not to sit in the last 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks has now been resolved. Hasn't it been resolved? The impasse has now been resolved. So now they should sit down and see how they can, because Samuel Okujeto is saying that the meeting is supposed to finish today.
The original calendar.
The original calendar is supposed to finish today. But those 3 weeks, they haven't met because of this impasse. So now they have to sit down. The minority, the majority, the Speaker, sit down and see if they will reschedule, what date will they reschedule it that will be in the interest of everybody and so on. But as to...
But I thought that was exactly what he was...
No, I don't have a problem.
He was advocating.
No. But how can anybody be not in favor of a meeting to plot the way forward? That's not a problem. But the comments that the Speaker is being disrespected and is not being given, people are flexing muscles, and people are meddling with Parliament, and that's why is the President silent, and some of these other things. Those are the things that I didn't understand. That cool head should be fine. If the meeting is supposed to come to an end, all the parties need to sit down to see how do we reschedule the meeting. Can we reschedule for a week? What is the timelines are and so on. There's no problem with that. But this business of people are disrespecting the parliament and the speaker and all of that because of a court action. How? But that is the way to go. When there's a misunderstanding, instead of fighting on the floor and disgracing parliament, you should go to the courts and get.
But I'm not sure that Sami said that.
But you heard him say that the speaker.
I'm saying that I'm not sure. I didn't hear Sami say that the decision to go to court was disrespectful of the speaker.
So what was the disrespect to the speaker?
Maybe you should ask him, because I heard him talk about commentary.
We are talking commentary.
Yes, I heard him speak about, refer to commentary, not the decision to go to court.
What commentary?
So is another, I would like to respond.
Yeah, respond. Yeah. What commentary were you talking about?
So let me respond very quickly.
Now the president hasn't come yet. The president hasn't shown leadership.
Nana Akomea knows that he's being deliberately disingenuous to me.
Why?
Yeah.
Nobody will have an issue with a citizen going to court. Nobody will take issue with that. What you don't do is that you have gone to court, or you're on your way to court, and then you are berating, you are haranguing, you are attacking the speaker.
Who did that?
We have heard Afenyo Makin, the person who went to court. I have some of the words here. Speaker Bagbin is behaving like an emperor. Speaker Bagbin wants to be speaker under Mahama, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. Speaker Bagbin is supervising chaos. He conspired with the NDC MPs and allowed them to sit on the majority side. Speaker Bagbin is a usurper, usurping the authority of the courts. Speaker Bagbin is lawless. Viewers can go online. Numerous attacks, an avalanche of attacks on the speaker. Is that proper? You know you will come and work with this speaker.
Now, this is not a critique of the speaker's actions.
Yes, this cannot be a critique. This have said that, look, you people, the only way forward is a political solution. This flexing of muscles, this bad language, coarse language, caustic language, these attacks, that's largely coming from the minority leader as he was. Attacking the speaker. It's not helpful. It's not taking us anywhere. So Nana Akomea cannot pretend this morning that he has not heard his own collaborator, his younger collaborator, Afenyo Makin. He cannot say he hasn't heard him.
But Samuel,
so nobody is questioning the decision to go to court.
If you believe.
But when you've gone to court,
fine. Yeah,
why do you have to be holding press conferences and launching something? Now we need a political solution. We have to sit and make concessions. Yeah. Agree on a day to meet, so that at least budget can be approved, EC and all of those urgent matters. How can we do that? Can Afenyo Makin really, after all the things he has said, I didn't even complete the list. After all he has said, how is that political solution, that negotiation, going to be successful with all of this bad blood? That is what I'm raising. So that's why leadership. Remember, I said about 2 weeks ago that I don't see a leader like the Honorable Oseche Mensabos going on this path. He would not have done. He would have brought a lot of experience, to bear. He would not have gone. Then quickly, let me deal with this matter of, again, another unfair attack on the speaker that he should just have adjourned to the next day. Let me read the summons that brought us to Parliament. The summons that brought us to Parliament, dated 31st October 2024. Notice to summon Parliament pursuant to Article 1123 of the Constitution 1992 and the Standing Orders of Parliament. Pursuant to Article 1123 and Orders 5 and 53 of the Standing Orders of the Parliament of Ghana, I, Right Honourable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament, hereby summon Parliament to sit on 7th November 2024 at 10 o'clock in the forenoon at the Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center. So take note. It was a one-day sitting. We were not summoned to sit 7th, 8th, 9th. One day, 7th November. And it concludes, dated in the office of the Speaker of Parliament, Accra, Ghana, this 31st day of October 2024. Signed by the Right Honourable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament. So this was a summons that brought us to Parliament for a one-day sitting. We come for the sitting. the people who triggered the emergency recall did not show up. They didn't attend upon the meeting. When you trigger a recall, before Parliament sits, our standing orders requires that you send the business to the business committee. The business committee must meet, program the business to be transacted for that day. Our leader, the Honorable Dr. Atufosi, was waiting, made several calls, called his counterpart. His calls were ignored. The business committee did not meet. You say that Speaker Bagbin should have adjourned to the next day. How? You are an experienced parliamentarian. On what basis? There was really no basis for that. The summons was for one day. Business committee didn't meet. The day of the summons is over.
Have you finished?
So please, let's talk. You see, they continue with the unfair attacks on the speaker.